What a lovely day!
Good morning and welcome back. So, I didn't do a live feed yesterday. This isn't live either, but you know what I mean. I didn't record anything yesterday. And just produced a blabbering of food and how to try to get past diving into comfort foods and so on and so on. So, woke up this morning, did my first walk with Elvis, which, by the way, I'm on my second walk. Thank you, Elvis. With Elvis. And I weighed myself as I try to, again, normally do on a schedule. So that way I'm consistent in when I weigh myself, because you will weigh differently throughout the day. That is just a given. Now I have to pause.
It's later.
Well, welcome back again. I had to stop there for a minute. So what I was saying is get up, weigh myself, being consistent on when I weigh myself, because I know if I weigh myself sometimes in the middle of the day, I will be heavier than I am at the beginning of my morning. That's for me. And since since I want the lightest possible weight I can find, I weigh myself after my first cup of coffee. So that means I get up, go to the bathroom, get out, walk the dog. That's you, Elvis. And then I go and have a cup of coffee. And then I'll go and get a shower. Before I shower, when I don't have any clothes on, that's right, I am completely naked.
Oh, behave.
When I weigh myself, and that's when I take my reading. And I will do 2 scale readings before I get in the shower, and then I'll do 1 when I get out of the shower, and I average that. So this morning I was 191.7. Now, as you could see on the chart, that is another slight tick upwards. Again, slight, but that's 2 tick upwards, I think. Granted, they're not much, but they're enough to start to make me wonder, okay, what have I done wrong in the last couple of days? What haven't I done correctly? And I look back and I try to think, what is it that I might need to adjust or might need to do more of? So, you know, yesterday, if we again look at my stats, I got over 7 miles, over 15,000 steps, which I know if I didn't run some of them, it would have been a lot more. But nonetheless, it was more, so I was happy about that. I felt good about that. And I had over 800 calories burned, and I was happy about that. So, those 2 things I felt good about. So it must be something I did as far as what I was eating. So I go back and I think, okay, what did I... You wonder why I'm looking back like this. It's because I don't want a bicyclist or something to come up on me to clip me, because I've had that happen. So go back and I think, what did I eat yesterday? So typically I get up, I have my coffee, I go into the office, fix another cup of coffee, and while I'm having that second cup of coffee, I will eat some kind of protein bar. Now, usually it's like a Special K peanut butter flavored type protein bar, but that's all I'll have. And I think that's generally around 150 calories, something like that. So that's typically what I have in the morning for breakfast. So that's not bad. I don't think that's a bad thing. Others might quibble, but that's what I have. I don't eat a big breakfast, so but that's what I have. And then, so yesterday I had a Kirkland brand protein bar, which is, I don't know, 150, 180, somewhere in there. Again, I don't count calories. Maybe I should, but it's not something I'm into. I don't want to be so stressed out throughout my day, worried about the calories I'm taking in. Now granted, I don't think I take in a lot, but I probably take in more than I think. So that's something to be aware of. You might not think you're taking in a lot of calories. So do a small self-evaluation once or twice and say, yeah, oh my God, I didn't know that this cheeseburger and fries with chili and da-da-da-da-da, 1,500 calories at one sitting. Like, oh my God. You know, I'd go to a restaurant and I normally would get one of their cheeseburger things or something like that that I loved. I'm like, oh God, this is so good. And they started posting the menus with calories on them. And as soon as they started doing that, you look at the calories and you go, holy cramoly. I don't want to have 1,700 calories in one meal. Because that's what it was. It was like 1,500 for this. You know, the chicken Alfredo pasta. That is one of the highest calorie count things I could see. It's like 1,800 calories. Oh my God. And that's in one sitting. And then you got to add everything else you have throughout the day. So, you know, there is this magic number. The magic number, which I think the US Department of Health or somebody, I don't know who it was, came up with this magic number of 2,000 calories per day. This is your estimated daily intake of calories that are supposed to help sustain you as a person. Now, again, every person is different. Everybody has a different metabolism. There's going to be some average of what most people burn. And so this is just an average. This is just an average count that they suggest. 2,000 calories. So that's the big magic number, 2,000. So that's what you gauge it on. So when you exercise, when you're doing some kind of exercise, you are deducting from that number. So what you want to try to do is get to a point where your exercises, so what your daily intake is minus your exercise, gets around 2,000 calories or less. So if I am eating that cheeseburger and doing no exercise, and then eating a big bag of popcorn, and then downing, you know, a Starbucks latte, which, by the way, I can't remember, that's like 700 calories, some insane high number. And I'm gonna have a couple donuts, and then I'm gonna have, you know, a big pasta dinner. Well, now I'm at 4,000 calories. 4,000 calories for that one day. And if you're burn rate is supposed to be less than 2,000 or less, right? That means I need to have some kind of movement throughout my day that's going to help me burn 2,000 calories just for that one day. That's a lot. That is insanely a lot. Yeah, you can do it. But that's a lot. So again, it's also your goal. You're trying to put on muscle mass. If you're doing weights where you're building muscle, you're gonna need calories, but you're gonna need good calories, not sugars. You can't eat 20 bags of jelly beans and go lift a pile of weights and go, okay, I'm gonna be okay. It ain't work that way. You've got to eat good proteins. Steaks, chickens, fish, nuts, good proteins to build mass. If that's your goal. So my goal is to get tone and get in shape. So my tone parts have been a little lacking here, and I brought all my weights to work, but I have to work from home this week, so I'm kind of at a loss of what I'm going to do for my weights. So anyway, magic number. So you got to do something. So I look at what I had yesterday. So I started with the breakfast, told you about that. And then at lunch, I had half of a small hero styled sandwich, which was turkey and some cheese. It was a Colby cheese, Colby Jack, lettuce, and I probably had a small handful of a creepy guy sitting in that truck over there. I don't know what he's doing. So that's what I had. I had that turkey sandwich, small handful, very small handful of probably some goldfish, Pepperidge Farm goldfish, you know, and something to drink, like I think I had Monster Energy drink, which has 0 calories, by the way, 0 sugar. That's what I had for lunch. So again, so far, I don't think it's been a lot. Morning. So you look at, move on throughout the day. What else did I have? I had a little snack at lunchtime, not lunchtime, at afternoon, so about 4 o'clock or so, which is after my work period. I probably had 2 cups. This might have been my downfall here. 2 cups of Pepperidge Farm goldfish. Just the regular little tiny goldfish. Now, I don't think that's a lot, but maybe it's too much. And then for dinner I had a homemade taco. Not a big one, but it was a taco. It was a soft tortilla, large size, 10-inch, with some ground beef with taco seasoning, so that's like almost 0 calories for that. By the way, ground beef I don't think has very much to count against you. And then a small smattering of shredded cheese, not a lot again, and some lettuce and tomatoes. So that shouldn't have been a lot. So in my mind, if I were to really go back and count all that up, that should have been not a lot of calories. I know I burned 800, or at least around 800, based on the phone that's showing what I burned based on the exercise I did that day. So I'm thinking I should have been under that 2,000 limit. So I'm not sure why I went up. Again, it didn't go up a lot, but it went up. So I'm not going to count calories. I'll never count calories. I think counting calories adds more stress to your life, which for some people just makes you want to resolve that stress, and a lot of people resolve it by eating. So why add it? But having said that, you have to be aware of what you're eating. You can't just slam down, oh, it's another birthday party, I don't want so-and-so to feel bad if I don't have a slice of their cake. Well, you know what? If you're gonna have a slice of their cake to not make them feel bad, you don't have a big slice of it. You have the thinnest slice that a knife can cut. If you feel you have to have it. Now, sometimes you just gotta say, I don't feel like I want that today. And you don't have it. And you know what? You put that burden on yourself. You put that they're gonna feel bad on themselves. And you know what? If they feel bad, like if they get upset, really, if they get upset because you don't want to have a slice of their cake, then they've got a problem. Right? It's not you, it's them. And well, I don't want to upset them. Again, I go back to, you've got a goal, and if they're making you feel a certain way that is keeping you from meeting that goal, either you got to go and handle that and say, look, I've got a goal to try to reach, and I'm sorry if this is going to upset you, but that's my goal, and I want to reach that goal, and you can either help me or try to hinder me. And I'm hoping you're going to help me, because in the long run, it's going to make everybody better. And I bet you everybody wants you to reach your goal. Everybody wants you to reach your goals. So they're not going to be upset. That is something you put in your own head, that they won't be upset. And that they're not. I guarantee you they're not. If you were to ask them, would you be upset if I don't have a piece of this cake? I really want one, but I'm trying to reach a goal. And, you know, I'd really love to have a piece of this cake. I'm not trying to offend you. It's just I'm trying to reach this goal. And if I have this piece of cake, it's going to ruin that goal. And I will bet you that they would say, oh, of course, don't worry about it. You know, of course not. I'm not going to be upset. I want you to reach your goal. Anybody who cares about you as a person is going to say that. So let's stick with that. I'm going to see how I'm trending tomorrow. You know, I did good yesterday, I thought. So I'm out walking. I'm going to jog back. So I'm going to turn this sucker off, as everybody's looking at me like I'm some kind of weirdo, which I am. And keep sticking to it. All right, I'm sticking to it. This is day 13. I'm halfway through this month, and we'll see where we end up at the end of this month. So thanks again. I really appreciate you joining me. That's it, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
That's all, folks.